Hey there, this is Arthur Hill, Chief Technical Strategist here at TrendInvestorPro.com. It is Thursday, September 28th, and you are tuned into a video from our YouTube channel. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So today we're going to look at the three cybersecurity ETFs. Which one is the strongest? And the reason I'm looking at these three is because I think they held up relatively well in August and in September, and that's where my focus is, on ETFs and stocks that are holding up well. So let's look at the charts. So on Tuesday, I talked about PACCAR and why it was holding up, and that was because it did not break its August low. And I'm still using that same methodology here. If you look at this chart for SPY, you can see it tagged a 52-week high there in July, came down hard in August, had a bounce into September, and then just fell off a cliff the last 9 days. That's a 5.4% decline. But more importantly, you can see a lower high there from July to August, and then a clear break below the August low. That's a lower low. Still above the rising 200-day moving average, so the long-term trend is still up. This is still considered a correction. And I go into detail on what I think is in store for SPY and QQQ in my chart trader reports and videos. Those are put out every Tuesday and Thursday, by the way. But when I'm looking at charts from here on out, what I want to see is one of two things, if not both. First of all, I would like to see that this August low is holding. So stocks and ETFs that hold above this August low are stronger, holding up better than SPY. And also, I would like to see during this advance here either a new high or a test or a challenge to that July high. If you have a lower high, then that shows that you could not get back up to that high and you're underperforming on the way up. So I'm looking for stocks that led on the way up during the September bounce and then held up better on the way down during this decline over the last 9 days or so. Now, when I was going through my charts, I noticed that the cybersecurity ETFs were holding above their August lows. That means they were holding up better than the broader market, SPY, and even QQQ, which just pierced its August lows. And if you look here, here's CIBR, the cybersecurity ETF, and there's that August low. And you can see we challenged the July high with that surge into late August, but then fell with the rest of the market here, but are holding above the August low. So a bit of relative strength there. And I say, well, no, there's a double top on this chart. Well, I'd say there's a potential double top because technically a double top is not confirmed until you get a break below that intermittent low. So we have two highs here and we have an intermittent low. And as long as that low holds, we have an uptrend. If we break that low, then we have a lower low and we have a downtrend. So that's what to watch for there. But CIBR is holding up better than SPY as far as it's concerned over the last month and a half or so. Now, if we look at BUG, that's another cybersecurity ETF, we see a similar pattern here. We see that surge up to the July high and then this decline, and we're holding well above the August low there. So this one too is holding up better. But there's a third one, and I think it is the strongest of the three. And I'm not looking at a performance measure. I can just look at the chart and I can pretty much see, you see a higher high there. You see a 52-week high there in August. And the fact that this one got above its August high at the end of August and early September on September 1st tells you that it is leading. It was stronger than the other ones. Now it pulled back with the rest of the market here, but you can see you basically have 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward. You got a 61.8% retracement of this advance. You've got a falling flag type pattern, and this is where we might expect a little reversal and a resumption higher. Now, the immediate trend is this falling flag, these blue trend lines. And I put resistance there at 51.7, and we need to get a breakout there to reverse this decline and signal a continuation of that advance that we had in the second half of August. But these are the type of ETFs and stocks that are on my radar right now because A, they're still in uptrends. B, they held up better than the broader market here in September. And C, we have potentially bullish short-term patterns working here with these falling flags and these retracements here, because you would expect if you have a big surge, you would expect a pullback. That's pretty normal. There's an ebb and flow. You have a big move up and you take a step backward, and now I'm watching to see if we get a breakout and signal a continuation higher. The analysis that you just saw was included in the chart trader report and video that was posted on Thursday morning at trendinvestorpro.com. Here's a look at that report. Trend Investor Pro has two different offerings. We have a systematic trader offering, System Trader, and then we have the chart trader report with the video, and there's a little education center as well. And in addition to those cybersecurity ETFs, I covered two cybersecurity stocks that I think are setting up bullish. We also looked at the broader market situation, and in particular, the oversold condition that the market registered on Wednesday. Here's a overbought, oversold aggregate that I use. It uses 5 different breadth indicators, and the green arrows show when you're oversold, and the red arrows show when you're overbought. And if we look to the right on this chart, we were overbought there in mid-July and came down. We were oversold in mid-August and bounced. And now we're oversold the last 2 days. And so that increases the chances of a bounce here in SPY. So check out trendinvestorpro.com if you would like to learn more about our offerings. So that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll have another chart trader update next week. Take care.